I mean, if you don't get out of town in 24 hours, I'm gonna shoot you on sight.
Fire now!
Are you gonna shoot him if you catch him?
I'll kill 4 of you before you even clear your weapons, and I'll take my chances with the other two.
If you get the chance, shoot him in the nuts.
I don't pull my sidearm unless I'm gonna shoot to kill.
Are you gonna shoot him too, Raylan? And Raylan does not even draw his pistol. He had his hand on the gun.
He did.
When coming out, right after Ava shot Boyd. But yeah, I mean the only death we had was the great aunt for what's her name?
Loretta. Yeah, unnamed. Loretta's great aunt was the character credit in that episode. No actual name.
And yeah, so that was it, really. I mean, this is all building up to, like I just said, like the next few episodes, like the finale. But like I said, it's probably one of my favorite episodes. But yeah, no violence. At least not no what was it, visual or overt violence.
No overt violence, no portrayed violence on the screen, right?
Yeah.
There's implied violence, but no portrayed. And look, we've promised a bloodbath for a while. It's coming. If you're not familiar, it's coming. I was watching these episodes and thinking about how many in memoriams I'm going to have to do over the next 3 episodes.
You can just do the bumper once, right? And well, I guess you can't because you have to put all the clips in.
I have to put the clips in. Yeah, exactly. I have to adjust the length sometimes. It's a whole thing. So, yeah. But so that's coming up. But in the meantime, we'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode. As we said, we're not taking any time off this year around the holidays. We're going to get through these last 3, and then we'll make some special announcements about what's going to happen next. But in the interim, please do us a favor, subscribe, rate, and review. We say it in that order because it's the easiest way to do it. Subscribe is where you hit the button in your podcast app. I think Google Podcasts is going away in the very near future. So if you use Google Podcasts, find another podcatcher. But if you don't, hit the subscribe button, and that will get you every episode of the show. As soon as it's released, it'll automatically download it to your device. You'll be able to listen to it the moment it comes out. Rate is where you give us a rating of 5 stars in whatever podcast store you use, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, whatever. And then review is where you take the time to write us a written review telling us how awesome we are and maybe what we can improve on. And especially if you give us 5 stars, if you want to tell us what we can improve on, we love to hear it. So thank you to those of you who have written reviews. We know those of you who haven't, go do it, or we're going to come and find you. We've got nothing to lose at this point. 3 episodes left, baby.
We will reach you through the internet somehow and find you.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I have a particular set of skills.
We'll send the Dixie Mafia after you.
That's right. Or the Black Mafia Family. Or I don't know. I don't remember who we talked about last week. It was the cartels, not the Zetas.
Oh, yeah. Was it the Zeta? I think it was the Zetas.
Maybe it was the Zetas. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, we'll send the Zetas after you. You don't want that. So yeah, and then of course, don't forget to reach out to us. Check us out on the socials at Groundless Podcast or at Groundless Pod. You can email us groundlesspodcast@gmail.com with your suggestions, your complaints, questions, comments, any information on the show. We're happy to hear it. And then also, if you have any love trouble, we're happy to coach you on love one more time. Surprisingly, no one's taking us up on that offer. I don't know why it was so successful the first few times, but
our advice is so pristine and accurate.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. They didn't need to hear anymore. They knew they've listened to us enough that they know exactly what we're going to say. So they don't even need to ask us. They have our monologue inside their head.
There it is.
So do that. Also on Reddit, Instagram, X, and whatnot. You can check us out at Groundless Pod or at Groundless Podcast. And tell a friend, family member, somebody you don't know on the street. Just yell at them. Groundless. Run away. See what they do. And we'll be back here in 2 weeks with episode 11. Thanks for listening.